Is this Tommy Edison?
Yeah, right here.
Hey, it's Lazlo. How are you, Tommy?
What's going on, man? I'm good. How you doing?
Good. So you're blind.
Yeah, since birth.
Since birth. And you're a film critic now.
Well, yeah, sort of.
All right, so tell me how this works. Are you a radio guy?
I am a radio guy.
Where do you do radio?
I do radio up in Connecticut. I dig this. I'm the traffic guy at Star 99.9 here in Connecticut.
Really? So you do traffic?
Uh-huh.
How do you just... Because here, I have a question about this, too. So you obviously can't read the traffic reports. We do radio. Obviously, we're on it.
Yeah.
And I've seen the traffic reports. We don't do traffic, but I've seen how they come up. They come up on a computer, and it says, hey, traffic's back down at whatever roads in your city, right?
Yep.
So does someone tell you what it says first? And if they tell you what it says first, why don't they just do it?
Well, because what I do is I produce it myself. So I talk to people on the phones all afternoon. So I'm sort of digging it out myself. I can use a computer as well. I have a Mac, so it talks. All the Apple product talks now, so it's great.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can use that and go on the internet too. So it's great.
Now, earlier when I talked to you, you asked for our phone number so you could call the studio. Do you just have a memory like an iron trap, or were you writing it down somewhere and gonna have someone else read it to you later, or what?
No, I just remembered it.
And you asked me to email you just in case you forgot. Did you remember it, or did you check the email?
I remembered it, but I checked the email to make sure I was right, but I had it right.
You remembered the phone number just from me telling you one time.
Yeah.
Is that like one of those super senses you get when you lose a sense? Is that great memory?
No, I don't think so. No, I think that it just necessity is the mother of invention, right? So for the traffic, for example, I don't write down a word.
Okay.
Not one word. And I just sort of keep it all in my head and just, bang it out mornings and afternoons here at the radio station.
Okay, Tommy Edison, the blind film critic. It's the blindfilmcritic.com or just blindfilmcritic.com, I guess.
Blindfilmcritic.com. There's also a Facebook page, a Twitter. It's all there.
And you're in radio, and I saw also that they made a documentary about you at one point called, Born Blind, right?
Yeah, Blind Since Birth. Yep, that's something we're shopping around to television station now, to the different networks, and see if we can get some buzz on that.
Oh, okay, so you just made it and you're still waiting for a distributor.
Yeah, we've been around. We've been shopping it around a bit, but, we're still working a deal, so...
Well, you seem like a really happy, inspiring guy. Is that kind of your angle? Is that you're the upbeat blind guy that everyone loves to be around?
That, you know what? Hey, I may have been born with this quote-unquote, let's say, disadvantage, but I don't see it as a disadvantage. I see it as an advantage, and I'm going to show everybody that if you just stick to your dreams and your goals, you can accomplish anything. Because if that's you, I hate guys like you. Just, because it makes us guys who can see but don't do anything just feel like dicks.
It's true.
Can't just be blind like everybody else and knock into stuff and...
Yeah, walking into furniture and stuff. You know the way we do it.
Can't just do that instead of being so successful?
No, you know what? I'm working on it, baby. I'm working on it. But you know what? I'm having a good time. I mean, I figure it like this, right? Life is short, so let's have fun. Let's just try new things, and let's do things and have a great time and have a laugh, Because there's always a choice, right? You can either have fun or you can be miserable, And who wants to hang around with somebody like that? Nobody.
Now, look, it's 2010, Tommy.
It's 2011. Where you been?
Sorry, 2011. Well,
this guy can't even see a calendar.
I don't have the memory like you do. But do you hope that one day science will help you to see again, or do you not care?
I don't think I care, really. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, and it would be a huge adjustment.
Right. I mean, because you were born blind, it seems like, if a doctor comes in and says, hey, we've got these implants, and you're 60 years old, we're going to go ahead and strap these things on. Is that something you'd even be willing to do? Or are you institutionalized, so to speak, in the blind world?
No, I'm not at all. I mean, I would certainly give it a try. I mean, look, if it doesn't work out, I can always keep my eyes shut. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Well, so, but is that is an interesting question. Do you say no automatically? Because you said, hey, I've been doing this for a long time, okay with it. Do you say no automatically? Because let's be honest, if you spent your entire life thinking maybe they'll figure out a way to let me see again, it can get a little discouraging, right?
Very much so. Yeah, that's absolutely right. And you have to accept what you're given in life, right?
Right.
I mean, you just got to take the cards that you're given and have a great time and have fun with it. And, anybody can do it. I mean, no matter what.
How long have you been doing radio?
Oh, God, I've been doing radio for like 20 years.
Okay, so this is that your job? I mean, is that all you do is radio? That's your main thing?
Yeah, I'm the traffic guy.
And now you're doing this Blind Film Critic. Do you actually watch movies, or are you just sort of doing this for Blind Film Critic?
No, I love film. I've always been a film guy, and it's something I've always wanted to do. And, just recently we've had the wherewithal to be able to do it. So we talked about it, my friend Ben and I, who produced and directed this thing. And we just said, well, let's give it a shot. Let's make one. So, that's the first one. It's Scream 4, and we'll do more this week and every week, and then hopefully we'll get some nominations for classics too that you'd like to see a review of.
Okay, well then I've got to ask, and I'm sure you're tired of being asked, but
No.
how the hell do you enjoy a movie if you can't see it?
That's the thing. Like, so the thing that we, in the review, I talk about how the dialogue was a little bit thin and the character development was a little thin, because it's a horror movie. Nobody's going to be around for very long, right?
Right.
But if it's a film like, I don't know, like maybe The King's Speech, for example, there's a lot of character in that, a lot of writing and stuff. It's great. So that's the difference. Like, action movies don't really work for me, but pretty much everything else does.
So is that almost like a kind of a barometer of if a film is any good? A blind guy should be able to tell what's going on. If it's got good dialogue, if it's well written, you should be able to enjoy it. If it's not, it's probably just some stupid horror movie.
Right. One would think, yeah. I mean, because if there's not, if there's not that character development, how good can it be? There was a comment on YouTube, and somebody said just that without the character development, what do you have? A blind person can't enjoy your film.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Wouldn't you enjoy a book on tape more where someone's setting the scene for you?
I like that, but you know what? A movie's great because it's all in stereo and stuff, and it sounds giant, and the music's great and everything. And
okay.
I like actors and stuff too. It's it's fun.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite actor?
A favorite actor, I don't know. I mean, everybody likes Nicholson, right? He's been in some amazing things. Who else do I like? I don't really know. I like a lot of stuff.
Okay, it was just one of those questions that I wondered, who do you like and what, whose voice cuts through to someone who can't see him, that somehow because I'm sure with you it's got to be, character of voice.
Well, voice and, the writing too. I mean, you could have the worst voice in the world and have a tremendous character written for you and you got something.
Right.
Remember that movie Crash from a couple of years ago?
Sure.
That what a great film that is, but that was a little confusing. I needed somebody sort of to because it changes so much. It goes back and forth.
Oh,
but
sure.
Just a little bit of help. But, for example, The Matrix is a very difficult film to understand. However, they do this thing called described video, where they describe the changes of scenery and the people on screen and that. And that made The Matrix very enjoyable. The Matrix is a wonderful film.
Tommy, I have to be honest. I had no idea such a thing existed. This is something they do for the blind?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they describe what's going on in the film when the scenes change, and that way you can enjoy the film and be kept up to speed.
Correct. Yep. And you can see it on television too. Like if you go to your if you go to the SAP button, there's a lot of described video there too.
This comes back around to something. I watched a video of you on CNN, and they showed you at like an ATM machine pulling out money, and you were feeling the braille on the buttons. And I know people argue about the Americans with Disabilities Act and how it goes too far, and who's pushing the braille buttons on the elevator, and But then I see you out there walking down the street using the braille on the ATM machine. The Americans with Disability Act is probably a great thing for you, isn't it?
It's fantastic. I love it. I mean, it's I've been able to do a lot of things with that. The ATM is the best, but people always joke they see braille on the ATM on the driver's side.
Right.
Which is a funny thing. But there are some places that have the ATM with no headphones.
Okay.
So there's just braille on it, so that'll get you through the first screen, but that's it.
That's what the headphone jack is for?
Yeah. You plug in, man. Check it out one time. It's pretty cool.
I had no
idea. So do you ever use the braille in the bathroom? Because that's the one everyone makes fun of, is there's the braille sign on the bathroom doors that say male and female. Do you use that?
Generally, no. I mean, okay. It's more fun that way.
Okay. Hey, you got an excuse built in. Well, hey, this video is popular. I mean, it's gone viral. It's on a bunch of big websites today.
Well, thanks, man. It was great fun, and I can't believe it's getting the love it's getting. I'm real proud of it. It's great fun.
Just such a nice guy. Man.
Yeah, just super nice guy and
positive.
One of those guys who's like, hey, whatever life throws at me, I'll beat it. We'll have fun. It's a great world. It's a great place to live. And I'm just like, you.
How dare you? Which position? No.
Yeah, really. Like, I don't need that. How am I supposed to be depressed and cynical with you running around reviewing movies and plugging your headphones into ATM machines?
And telling me I should plug the headphones in because it's a whole new world I haven't even experienced yet. And now I kind of want to. I never knew why that thing was there.
It's pretty cool. And they, all the commands are there and stuff. And they tell you how everything works. It's great.
Hey, well, let me tell you something. If you were able to see, it's not that gray. It's pretty boring.
Is it?
Yeah, sucks kind
chicks,
of. Just green and gray.
What was that? What about chicks?
What about girls? Yeah.
Well, how do you I saw the Ray Charles movie, and he would grab girls' arms and he'd feel their wrist, and that's how he would decide whether or not they were hot. I saw you feeling a girl's face on Howard Stern, a porn star's face, and Howard asked you if you could tell what she looked like, and you said, no, not really. So how do you tell if a girl's hot?
It's just a way to touch her, that's all.
Right. So how do you figure it out? Ray Charles grabbed the wrist. What do you do to figure it out?
I talk to her and see what her personality is all about.
Here we
Because in
go.
the end, that's the most important thing, isn't it?
Here we go again.
Not if you can
What,
see.
dude? Come on. What are you talking about?
You're just so positive
Nice.
and right and nice and yeah. I mean, you're right. That is, of course, that's the right answer. You should talk to her.
Here's a different answer. Ready? If you spend $1,500.
Yes. Let's get that answer. You're at the Bunny Ranch. How do you decide?
I think price is the thing here. Money is the object. Right?
You just pay as much as you can.
Exactly. Top dollar. Are you kidding me?
Makes perfect sense.
All right, what's the website?
It's blindfilmcritic.com.
All right, well, thanks for spending some time with us and continued success.
Hey, man, no worries. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right.
See ya.
Thanks, Tommy.